Hello, everyone. Welcome to this briefing on IACS UR E26, the mandatory cybersecurity regulation for new build vessels, delivered in under 10 minutes. Please stay with us until the end, where we outline the required deliverables under this regulation. We will now examine each section in sequence to ensure a clear and thorough understanding of IACS UR E26's requirements. Secure is your reliable solution for cybersecurity. From new building ships to operating ships, from system suppliers to ship owners, Secure delivers complete cybersecurity solutions. First, please note that this presentation's UR E26 document was prepared using the on-screen source. Before we proceed, let us clarify the specific nature and scope of IACS UR E26. As displayed on screen, the UR E26 document officially bears the full title, Cyber Resilience of Ships. They define minimum requirements using an objective-based approach, ensuring consistent application across all threat surfaces to achieve cyber resilience in ships. Let us now examine the structure of IACS UR E26, which comprises three parts: the introductory part, the main part, and the supplementary part. We will review each part in sequence to understand its purpose, scope, and key elements. The first section of UR E26 is the introductory part, which comprises the introduction, definitions, and the goals and organization of requirements sections. Let us now examine each section in succession to understand its content, scope, and objectives. As you all know, this regulation applies to vessels contracted for construction on or after 1 July 2024. The objective of this regulation is to provide stakeholders with minimum requirements for ship cyber resilience as technical means to achieve cyber-resilient vessels. This regulation supports the goal of cyber resilience. It establishes the foundation for complementary application of UR E27 and industry standard IEC 62443 for onboard systems, equipment, and components. The minimum requirements for onboard systems and equipment cyber resilience are detailed in IACS UR E27. Please refer to the next segment for further information. Next, we will review the scope of application and identify the vessels subject to mandatory compliance. The following vessel types must comply. Mandatory compliance applies to passenger ships engaged in international voyages, including high-speed passenger craft. It also applies to cargo ships and high-speed craft of 500 GT or more engaged in international voyages. Mobile offshore units of 500 GT or more are also subject to this regulation. This includes self-propelled mobile offshore units involved in construction activities such as wind turbine installation, maintenance and repair, crane operations, and accommodation facilities. Next, we will examine the systems in scope, which are divided into two categories, A and B, as shown on screen. Category A covers the vessel's onboard operational technology systems, including navigation and radio communication systems. Category B encompasses all Internet Protocol-based communication interfaces from in-scope CBS to other systems. In the next section, we will provide detailed updates on the systems in scope in each category. IACS UR E26 is not an independent regulation. It is designed to be interoperable with IACS UR E22, E27, and Recommendations 166 and 171. We will dedicate time in a future session to review E22, E27, and Recommendations 166 and 171 in depth. We will present the definition of CBS in a future segment, and we'll skip it for the current session. The primary objective of this regulation is to support safe, secure vessel operations by ensuring operational resilience to cyber threats. It enables safe, secure navigation through an effective cyber risk management system. The primary objective of this regulation is to support safe, secure vessel operations by achieving operational resilience to cyber threats and by enabling safe navigation through an effective cyber risk management system. These resilience functions span 5 domains: identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover, with the following detailed objectives. Identify is develop an organizational understanding to manage cybersecurity risks to onboard systems, personnel, assets, data, and functions. Protect is establish and implement appropriate safeguards to defend the vessel against cyber incidents and to maximize operational continuity. Detect is develop and deploy measures to detect and identify cybersecurity events occurring on board. Respond is establish and execute appropriate actions and activities to address detected cybersecurity incidents on board. Recover is develop and implement procedures to restore functions or services impaired by a cyber incident, ensuring timely resumption of operations. The second part represents the main part of the regulation, encompassing its core requirements and detailed provisions. All stakeholders involved in vessel design, construction, and operation must satisfy the regulation's requirements. For each of the five functions, the regulation specifies requirements, rationale, detailed provisions, and compliance demonstration. Demonstration of compliance is further divided into design, construction, commissioning, and operational phases. Following delivery by the shipyard, the shipowner applies the operational phase requirements during the initial annual survey, subsequent annual surveys, and special surveys. Under IACS UR E26, there are a total of 17 sub-requirements covering the cyber resilience functions from 4.1 identify to 4.5 recover. These requirements are documented in the Cybersecurity Design Description CSDD with detailed content mapped to each specific requirement. Finally, we arrive at the supplementary part, which provides additional guidance, reference materials, and annexes to support and clarify the main requirements. In the supplementary part, a risk assessment is conducted to select applicable systems from those in scope under this regulation. The assessment must identify instances where computer-based systems CBS within the scope are excluded from specific requirements. Furthermore, it must provide evidence demonstrating that the residual risk for excluded CBS remains at an acceptable level. Once the acceptance criteria are met, systems to be included can be selected from those in scope. Additional criteria are then applied to evaluate the acceptability of the residual risk. We now conclude this concise overview of IACS UR E26, a regulation prescribing minimum requirements for achieving cyber resilience in ships. It mandates the consistent application of resilience measures throughout the vessel lifecycle, from shipyard design through post-delivery operation under the shipowner's management. The system integrator is tasked with preparing, consolidating, and delivering the core documentation from design through delivery. Thereafter, the shipowner must maintain and demonstrate the effectiveness of the vessel's cybersecurity and resilience program. This presentation concludes Understanding IACS UR E26 in 10 minutes and sets the stage for our next session, IACS UR E27. We appreciate your time and encourage you to prepare any questions for the next session. CNET is always here for you to reduce the potential cyber threats you may face. Our comprehensive cybersecurity solutions are designed specifically to meet the unique demands of maritime environments. Our dedicated team is available 24/7 to address any threats you may encounter at sea. Explore our comprehensive connected solutions by scanning the QR code below for additional detailed information. CNET stands for Sea, Earth, Air Network, creating a world that connects the sea, earth, and air. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to supporting your cyber resilience journey. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to access more high-quality educational videos and stay updated on our latest training sessions.